after such a great introduction, I can't wait to hear the speaker myself. First of all, I have a confession to make. Sometimes all these accolades and honors can backfire. Recently, New York Magazine had a contest. Who are the 100 smartest people in New York? Well, I'm proud to say I made the list. However, in all fairness, I have to admit that Madonna also made that same list. And next year they tell me that Lady Gaga is going to push me off the list entirely. Well, today I'm going to talk about the future of education, the future of science and technology. Now, of course, it's dangerous to make predictions. Let me quote from that great philosopher of the Western world, Yogi Berra. Yogi Berra once said, quote, "Prediction is awfully hard to do, especially if it's about the future." Well, he, of course, was famous for saying that if you encounter a fork in the road on the way to the future, be sure to take it. Even comedians like Woody Allen have been fascinated about the future. In fact, Woody Allen was famous for saying, quote, "Eternity is an awful long time, especially toward the end." Well, you may be saying to yourself, what does a physicist have to say about education and the economy and jobs? Well, we physicists like to invent things. We invented the transistor. We invented the laser. We helped to assemble the internet. We wrote the World Wide Web. In fact, the World Wide Web was written to keep track of subatomic particles. And don't forget, we physicists also invented television. We invented radio, microwaves, radar. In the hospital, we invented the X-ray machine. We invented the MRI machine, the CAT scan. Don't forget, we also invented the space program and the GPS system. And we physicists love to make predictions. When we helped to assemble the internet, one physicist predicted that the internet would become a forum of high culture, high art, and high society. Well, today we know that 5% of the internet is pornography. But that's because teenage boys log on to the internet. Just wait until the grandmas and grandpas log on to the internet. Then 50% of the internet will be pornography. Now, before I give you a guided tour of the future, as told to me by over 300 of the world's top scientists through BBC television and the Discovery Channel, let me tell you a cautionary story. Over 200 years ago, we had the Great French Revolution. And one day there were three gentlemen about to lose their head to the guillotine. There was a priest, a lawyer, and a theoretical physicist, just like me, about to have our heads chopped off. Well, they put the priest's head on the chopping block. And they asked him, "Do you have any last words?" And he said, "Yes, yes." He said, God from above shall certainly set me free." Well, all eyes were on the blade. They raised the blade. The blade came down, swish, and it stopped right before it hit the neck of the priest. The crowd gasped. They had never seen this before. And they all chanted, "Let the priest go. Today God has spoken." Now let's see about the lawyer. Yes, the lawyer. They put the lawyer's head in the chopping block. And they asked him, "Do you have any last words?" And he said, "Yes. Maybe the spirit of justice. Justice shall set me free." Well, all eyes were on the blade. They raised the blade. The blade came down, swish, and it stopped right before it hit the neck of the lawyer. This time the crowd went crazy. There was dancing in the streets of Paris. People were saying, "Today God has spoken. Justice has spoken. And now, let's see about that physicist." Well, they put the physicist's head on the chopping block. And they asked him, do you have any last words? And he said, yeah, I got some last words. And he said, I don't know too much about God. And I know even less about the law. But I do know one thing. If you look up, you'll see that the rope is stuck on the pulley. And then he said, if you remove the rope, the blade should come down real good. Big mistake. Big mistake. Well, the rope came down, the blade came down, and the poor physicist's head came down. And it just goes to show you that sometimes we physicists have to know when to keep our mouths shut. Nonetheless, now. Nonetheless,